MH370, a flight number that has become synonymous with mystery and tragedy. This flight number is forever etched in our collective memory, a symbol of an enigma that has puzzled the world. It represents a profound mystery, a tragic loss, and a relentless search for answers that continues to this day. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, a Boeing 777, embarked on what was supposed to be a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. It carried 239 souls, a mix of nationalities, all connected by the shared experience of air travel. Business travelers, tourists, families, and crew members, each with their own stories and dreams. The crew, led by Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, was experienced and respected. Captain Shah, a veteran pilot with over 18,000 flight hours, was known for his professionalism and dedication to his craft. Captain Shah, a veteran pilot with over 18,000 flight hours, was known for his professionalism. He was a mentor to many and a trusted leader in the skies. He was joined by First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid, a young pilot eager to learn. Farik, with his youthful enthusiasm and dedication, was on his way to becoming a seasoned aviator. The crew and passengers boarded the aircraft, their dreams and aspirations traveling with them. Each passenger carried with them a unique story, a purpose for their journey. None could have imagined the fate that awaited them. As the plane soared into the night sky, it would soon vanish, leaving behind a trail of questions and a void in the hearts of many. MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m., its destination Beijing, China. The flight began normally. Air traffic control confirmed the plane's departure and initial course. For the first 40 minutes, everything seemed routine. MH370 climbed to its cruising altitude and maintained a steady speed. Then at 1:19 a.m., MH370 approached the boundary between Malaysian and Vietnamese airspace. This is where the story takes an unexpected turn. As MH370 prepared to enter Vietnamese airspace, it deviated from its planned route. This deviation was not announced or explained. At 1:21 a.m., the transponder, which transmits the plane's location, was switched off. MH370 vanished from radar screens. The disappearance of MH370 triggered an international search effort of unprecedented scale. Countries from around the world, including Malaysia, China, Australia, and the United States, mobilized resources. Ships and aircraft scoured the South China Sea, initially focusing on the plane's last known location. However, as days turned into weeks, the search area expanded, stretching thousands of miles across the Indian Ocean. Despite the massive search effort, no trace of MH370 was found. No wreckage, no debris field, no black boxes, nothing. The lack of physical evidence only deepened the mystery. It fueled speculation and gave rise to numerous theories, each attempting to explain the inexplicable. Although no physical wreckage was found for a long time, faint whispers from the plane's automated systems provided some clues. These systems sent periodic handshakes to satellites, even though the transponder was off. By analyzing the timing and angle of these signals, investigators were able to plot a possible flight path for MH370. The data suggested that after deviating from its planned route, MH370 flew south for several hours. This led investigators to believe that the plane may have crashed somewhere in the vast expanse of the southern Indian Ocean. However, the data was limited and could not pinpoint an exact location. Section 5. The Search for Answers. The investigation into the disappearance of MH370 became one of the most complex and challenging in aviation history. Experts from around the world analyzed every scrap of available data. This included radar data, satellite communications, and the plane's maintenance records. The investigation team meticulously examined every aspect of the flight, from pre-flight preparations to the final moments before the plane disappeared. Despite the exhaustive investigation, no definitive cause for the disappearance has been determined. The lack of a conclusive explanation has left the families of the passengers and crew in a state of agonizing uncertainty. It has also raised important questions about aviation safety and the need for improved tracking systems. Section 6. The Mechanical Labyrinth. One of the primary focuses of the investigation was on the possibility of a mechanical failure. The team meticulously examined every aspect of the aircraft's mechanical systems, from the engines to the control surfaces. They were looking for any signs of wear and tear, manufacturing defects, or maintenance issues that could have led to a catastrophic event. Could a catastrophic event have befallen MH370, causing it to deviate from its course and crash? The investigators considered various scenarios, including a sudden loss of control, or a critical system failure that might have rendered the pilots helpless. Investigators scrutinized the maintenance records of the Boeing 777, a model with a generally good safety record. They pored over the logs, looking for any anomalies or irregularities that might have been overlooked during routine inspections. The Boeing 777 had a reputation for reliability, but no detail was too small to be ignored. They also considered scenarios such as a sudden decompression or an electrical fire. These events, while rare, could have catastrophic consequences if they occurred at high altitude. A sudden decompression could incapacitate the crew, while an electrical fire could disable critical systems. However, many experts argue that a major mechanical failure alone is unlikely to explain the complete disappearance of a modern aircraft. They point out that even in the worst-case scenarios, some form of communication or distress signal would likely have been sent out before the aircraft vanished. They point out that even in the event of a catastrophic failure, some debris would likely have been found. The ocean is vast, but modern search techniques are highly effective at locating wreckage. The absence of any significant debris field raised more questions than answers. Furthermore, the deliberate shutdown of communication systems and the sustained flight away from land suggest a human hand at work. This led investigators to consider the possibility of foul play or a hijacking. The mystery of MH370's disappearance remains one of the most perplexing in aviation history, with mechanical failure being just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Section 7. Human factors in the frame. The investigation also delved into the human factors involved in the flight. This aspect of the investigation was crucial, as understanding the human elements could provide insights that technical data alone could not. The crew's actions, their mental state, and any potential external pressures were scrutinized. Investigators looked into the pilots' training, their recent activities, and even their personal lives to piece together a comprehensive picture. While no evidence of foul play was found, investigators could not completely rule out the possibility of a hijacking, pilot suicide, or some other form of intentional act. The complexity of human behavior meant that even the smallest detail could be significant. The lack of a motive, however, remained a significant hurdle in exploring these possibilities. Without a clear reason, it was challenging to draw definitive conclusions about the crew's intentions. Captain Shaw, by all accounts, was a respected pilot with a happy family life. His colleagues and friends described him as professional and dedicated, making it difficult to imagine him deliberately causing harm. There were no known financial or personal problems that could explain a deliberate act. Investigators examined his financial records, social interactions, and psychological state, but found nothing alarming. The mystery of MH370, it seemed, extended beyond the technical realm and into the complexities of human behavior. The investigation highlighted how human factors can be as enigmatic and challenging to decipher as any technical malfunction. As the search for answers continued, the role of human factors remained a focal point. Understanding the intricate web of human decisions, emotions, and interactions was essential in unraveling the mystery of MH370. Section 8. A legacy of unanswered questions. Years after the disappearance of MH370, the world is still left with more questions than answers. The incident exposed vulnerabilities in global aircraft tracking systems, prompting calls for improvements. It also highlighted the challenges of searching for wreckage in remote and unforgiving ocean environments. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of MH370 is the human toll. The families of the passengers and crew continue to live with the unbearable pain of not knowing what happened to their loved ones. Their search for closure, like the search for the missing aircraft, continues. Section 9. The unending search for closure. The disappearance of MH370 is a stark reminder of the mysteries that still lurk in our world. It is a story of advanced technology failing to provide answers, of human resilience in the face of unimaginable loss, and of the enduring power of hope. While the official search efforts may have been suspended, the quest for answers continues. Independent researchers, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to bring closure to the families, continue to analyze data and explore new theories. The story of MH370 is far from over. It stands as a testament to the human spirit's relentless pursuit of truth and understanding, even in the face of the unknown.